Wait, Michelle, I have so much to tell you about. Before we dive into your party.
I want to hear it all.
Okay.
I've missed you. I looked really forward to this day.
I've missed you too. I'm excited to be here.
You know, it's nice to get home from a trip, but be excited, like not be like, oh my God, I've got the whatever night scaries, to be like, oh my God, I cannot wait to get to our craft.
Oh, I love it. Because last night, after I went to bed last night with my bonnet on, you know, I've been sleeping with my bonnet.
I saw the picture.
I love my bonnet. But I also, yes.
I want to know what Anthony thinks of the bonnet, but he's a little busy now.
Tell her what you tell me that I look like.
She looks like the Joker from the 1989 Batman
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
museum scene.
Or he's like dancing with the game. He's got like the beret.
Yep. It's just a bigger,
Pretty much the same thing. Yep.
saggier beret.
So saggy. Well, I don't have a lot of hair to fill it up, so it just kind of like
it flops.
Slumps. But we changed our carrier from AT&T to Verizon.
Are you guys happy with the service?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you know, like when, you know, they get you. So you go in, you're like, I'm ditching my old one. I'm coming to you guys. They're like, great. Well, Merry Christmas. You guys, you get an Apple Watch. You get an iPad.
Yeah.
So I finally got the Apple Watch, which I was like, I don't know. And it's been great. Recording my sleep scores. It tells me when to stand up. I've been closing circles like a motherfucker.
Oh, so you're on the closing circles phase of your new gadget. You're upset. Whenever I talk to somebody who just gets an Apple Watch for the first time,
circles are so fun.
The closing of the circles is the initial like
addiction
of, I think, the Apple Watch experience.
Or like the mindfulness. It will like be like, okay, it's been a minute, take a pause. And then you press the button, it'll tell you to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And yeah, we know we should kind of be programmed to do that, but we're not.
No, sometimes I think I go through an entire day without taking a full breath. Now, does your Apple Watch, is it able to tell you if your body temperature is rising and that you might be on the onset of some sort of, like, your body might be fighting something?
I don't know. I'm seriously still in the beginning stages of understanding this is.
Yeah, there is some other like heart stuff that
I do check my.
I think I'm enabled, but I haven't like checked yet.
Well,
I've checked my beats per minute.
What you haven't checked.
I'm in a good space.
Have you guys checked your VO2 max yet?
Not yet, but I think you can.
Yes.
No, I know you can.
Yes,
I know
did.
you can. And
where is it supposed to be? I'm like a little bit below
35 to 40 is excellent.
Oh, maybe I was kind of
for
close
a man.
Yeah, I think I was close to that actually.
That's good.
Yeah, is that from Peter Attia?
Yeah, Dr. Peter Attia.
We're going to talk about.
We're going to talk about it.
Yeah,
but that is the most important metric on your Apple Watch.
Okay, I will too. I'll tap into it. Thank you.
We'll talk about it later.
So I wanted to ask you something, or tell you a story real quick. I was outside walking and I saw a guy do something.
Oh,
It was
like
not
that one guy?
Nope. It was he was just doing his own thing. I saw what he did and it brought me back to this guy I dated a long time ago. He was a caveman. And what he would do was
drag you around by your hair?
No, want to do, but I'm a strong bitch. He would sniff his upper lip.
What do you mean?
I mean, he would curl his upper lip up and smell it.
That had to have been some sort of a tick.
I think he was, yes.
Wait.
I feel like sometimes I do that by.
Well, no, this is sick. I'm going to throw up.
Oh my God. Oh, I have another.
So anyways, this guy did it outside. And you know, it's funny how a simple thing will bring you back to a moment in your life. And he would sniff his upper lip, which was really gross.
How do you know? Did you know he was sniffing? Like, were you like,
well, he was like a primate. He was like I said, he was a caveman. He was probably checking, do I have to brush my teeth? Does my breath smell?
Walking around with a club, like just like whacking people in his path.
Yeah.
Well, that's odd. And I'm glad that
I didn't. Yeah, I moved on.
Him.
Same.
Yeah. Cool.
So I thought I'd tell you that story because, you know, fresh breath means everything. Don't forget to floss. Actually, I went to the dentist not long ago and they talked about how important dental flossing is to your brain health. So I just want to throw that out there.
They never talked about that back in the day.
Nope. Well, maybe they're discovering more. I don't know. But bacteria. Right. Mm-hmm. So I
There's
just found
plaque.
that. I just
There's
found that
Alzheimer's plaque connection.
Yeah, I just found that fascinating.
Yeah, that is. If that's not a motivator to floss, then I don't know what is.
I mean, floss away. Now, speaking of healthy teeth, let's put something sugary in our mouth.
Okay.
So, Michelle, you are back from your rippin' and sippin'.
Sippin' and rippin'. My sippin' fifth. It was my 5th annual sip and rip. We called it Cinco de Marco.
Now, Cinco de Marco, sip and rip. I get the sip. What's the rip?
The rip is, well,
just be honest.
Gas. We are a bunch of middle-aged women who just let her rip.
So you're sipping and you're ripping.
Yeah.
And who do you bunk with? Do you have a bunk mate?
Yes, we all have the same bunk.
Oh, I love that. So you know what to expect.
We know where our room is. We know the process. I have to say, you know me, I'm a homebody. I like my own bed. There's no place like home. I'll die on that hill. But I'll tell you what, Marcy Dunn knows how to make one of the most comfortable beds I have ever slept in. And Jackie and I, like two sisters, we call it a retreat. It's our bunk room.
Do you guys like compete whose toots are louder?
I mean, we just wake up to them. We go to bed to them. They make us laugh. But this year was a little bit different. Like, I mean, there was lots of that. And I want everybody to know here that there's more than just gas when it comes to the sip and rippers. There's so much more. But I mean, we were like turning in. Like one night, Jackie and I kind of have like the party room. I feel like the ladies would always come in there and be like, oh, let's see. They call us the babies. What are the babies doing in here? Never been a baby.
No.
And one night, I think Jenny walked in and she was like, hey. And she was like, oh my God, you guys are sleeping.
You're sleeping.
Grandmas. But a few days filled with unbelievable laughter, amazing conversation, like pounding books on the beach.
I love how many books you guys get through.
It's incredible. But we entered the trip. We got to Marcy's place. We call it the Pink Palace. I think that's what she calls it. And we walked in and we put our bags down where everybody goes to their rooms. We set up.
Can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah.
About a toot?
Sure. Whose is it? Whose was it?
It was mine. But it reminded me
She
farts, Anthony.
Of when
Buck
you
snorts.
just talked about you and Jackie.
Yeah.
And I was in a room once with my good friend and big TSP listener and real life with Casey.
Okay. Hey, Casey.
So this one goes out to Casey and we're sleeping in bed. I don't know. We're sleeping, but we're not.
One eye open?
Not really. I think what happened woke us up. And what happened is that I was laying in bed and you know what? I let her rip. I let her rip because you know what? My body was releasing itself,
and you were with your girlfriend.
I was, but I woke me up, and then I held my breath because I was like, "Did it wake her up?" So the next day, we both wake up, and she comes downstairs and tells on me and tells everyone it sounded like a basketball was thrown against like a window pane.
Oh wow!
And it was like bouncing back. It was like.
Oh, Anthony, we've gone straight to divorce.
I mean, it was just a body's reaction to life.
Listen, everyone has gas. I'm at a point where I never was hiding it, but this is the thing. Ours were more sounding like we were sounding the horns and then letting the hound dogs run into the countryside.
What does that mean?
And then we'd be like, sound the horns. And then the day would get started and we would all cry laughing. That's how we roll.
Okay. So you guys get to your rooms. Mm-hmm. You all have your fart assigned bedrooms. Yep. You drop your bags and then you go and
we go to the retreat leader.
Oh yes, Marcy, who is in charge of the retreat.
She called us into the main living space. And she said that she wanted to set some intention before we began.
Beautiful.
And what she did is she had a whole, maybe 20 pieces of embroidery floss, like the little packs of embroidery floss of all different colors. And she wanted us to each pick a color that spoke to us. And then ceremoniously, she went around and cut it and she tied the string on. I chose a yellow one. And this does come from like a Buddhist sort of inspired by Buddhism. Anyway, while she tied the string, and she couldn't do all of these things at once, she looked up the meaning of each color. And so mine was yellow and mine was, there was a lot of like your yellow highlights like a boldness, a sense of positivity, excitement. I don't remember exactly what she said. So as she was tying that on me,
that's important.
She was asking, bold and positive were the ones that I remember specifically. And then while she's saying that about you, she's asking everybody else to kind of like send that person, though, like just intentions,
those vibes.
just to lean into those things. And what was cool is everybody felt like their bracelet color and heard the description, that the adjectives attached to them really felt like who they were.
Okay, amazing.
So
you leaned into the color just with not realizing what they meant, their significance. And then once chosen, she read you what the colors meant, their significance. And everyone felt like they picked the right ones.
Everyone felt like they picked the right ones. And then she said, listen, this is a trip for you guys to take what you need from this experience. If everybody's going for a walk and you feel like you want to read a few pages of your book, you do you. If there's something that you want to do or you feel like you need, she said, I want you to have that moment to do that. And so we all sort of set intention. We actually wrote down what we were kind of looking to leave or take or what have you. And that kind of kickstarted a really like rejuvenating. It always is. It's always different. We really just kind of went with it this year. We didn't have any structured plans. And it's just each year is better than the next.
It sounds wonderful. So let's do a toast to Cinco de Marco. So can you tell us about this mocktail?
Yes. So this is my first girls trip.
Okay.
Where
sober.
I was sober Sally. Now, we did take a walk to Quinn's and there was an extra pina colada. So I tried a couple sips of it. Whatever.
Yeah.
And it was one of the best pina coladas
I love a good pina colada.
You know what I decided?
They are literally, when they're made good, they're good.
There's a rum runner sometimes. Like I think Jackie likes a rum runner when they put like on top. This didn't have that and I prefer that. I almost prefer like a virgin pina colada.
Yeah, I mean, even rock that a little bit.
Totally good. But sober girls trip, it was really not like a booze fest USA, but Marcy shared with me one of her little mocktails that she enjoys.
So good. Did she make this up?
I think she did. And it is she did it in a little bit taller glass, but she poured a whole can of this Canada Dry in.
Okay.
With some cranberry juice and then topped with freeze-dried strawberries. It's giving like a Starbucks refresher. Try one of the strawberries. Marcy really makes a point into
ASMR.
It's a sweet drink.
Okay, that's good.
It's a sweet drink. I love this because I was like, it feels fun to like partake if everybody else is having a glass of wine or whatever.
It's a little festive.
You have something in your hand, so it goes with that. But I was also like, what a fun little sober Sally holiday mocktail. It's festive.
It's really good.
You know what?
It's sweeter than what I'm into because I don't do a lot of sweet drinks, but it's really refreshing.
Yeah.
And I love the strawberries. I even wonder if for a holiday party, the cranberries.
Or pomegranates.
Just
to festive it up.
Anything. Or like, I love when people get really into it and do like cranberry infused ice cubes with like a little sprig of rosemary.
I think a sprig of rosemary.
I think rosemary would actually really that
balance
like
it out.
Yes, totally.
So you could totally play with it, but it was just like a fun new.
Can you
way
show
to
them the can? That's the Canada Dry. It's called Fruit Splash.
Fruit Splash.
Honestly,
you might do just plain ginger ale.
I was just gonna say because that can also help balance it. That's good, but maybe a plain ginger ale with the cranberry juice and then some festive ice cubes.
The world is your oyster. In this case, your Canada Dry. You know?
I feel like I don't even need to ask you this because I feel like I know the answer, but how was your experience? Like you absolutely no hangovers, right?
Yeah, no.
So that's amazing.
Yeah. And felt like I was getting amazing sleep, slept the best I've ever slept on a trip. And I think it was because, when you're traveling, for me, like I said, no bed really is like your bed. Well, to me anyway, I think you guys have no problem just sleeping anywhere in the world. But I think it contributed to like really good restorative sleep. So it really doubly felt like a rest. And then waking up in the morning and just having like prolonged energy and clear-headedness. I liked it. I don't miss alcohol at all. There wasn't at one point where I was like, oh, I really wish I could have an old fashioned right now.
Yeah.
Didn't have that.
What about because as we've been having this discussion with your like sober lifestyle, people have commented about the social aspect of it, that, you know, friends have treated them differently. You've got solid friends, so I don't even think for a moment your friends would ever treat you differently because you don't drink, but do they? Or
no,
do you feel
and I feel like
that?
everybody is drinking a lot less. You know what I'm saying? No, nobody, because I don't know. I feel like I can hear better. I can last longer through the night. I'm like having more fun because I'm not being like going, I kind of downwards, not spiral, but I get tired when I drink.
Oh, right.
Like I'm usually the grandma that's like, take me home. I'm ready to go to bed. That wasn't me.
Beautiful. And you guys did other arts and crafts.
Yes.
There was an adorable decoupaged shell.
Yes.
So tell us more about this.
Highly recommend.
Okay, so seashells.
So we went and found big flat kind of seashells. The flatter ones were better, like almost like the big clams, kind of. Easier to decoupage. And then Marcy had white paint. This is what you need. You need some seashells. You need some white paint. You need some Mod Podge, which is the glue.
Do you know if she was using glossy or matte?
I think that she used glossy for the spray.
Glossy.
For the spray. And basically what we did, and decorative napkins, she had a whole sack of all different kinds of plaid napkins, holiday flowers, whatever. And you paint the inside of your shell. So the foundation of it is white.
Okay.
And then when that dries after a few minutes, you Mod Podge it. Okay. The whole thing, a good, sticky, healthy coat. And then you take a napkin and you peel off. Napkins usually have two layers. You peel it off. So it's just like the printed part. You kind of cut it around. You stick it in there. It takes patience. You don't want to rush. This is because you don't want to rip it. So you're tapping it in. You kind of want to make it flat, whatever. You cut the edges and then you Mod Podge it one more time and you let it dry overnight. And then the next day we took a gold marker, like a gold paint marker.
Did the edges?
And did the edges, which
super cute.
Really ties it all together. And then Marcy did one more gloss Mod Podge spray. Yep. And I brought them home and I made one with Mia in mind. She loves florals.
Cute.
And I was like,
how many did you guys make?
We made 4
each.
Jackie made like 17. We made several.
How fun.
So fun.
I love this. That would make for a great Christmas gift, like a little catch-all.
So that would be my question to you. What would you, because you're like kind of a pro at this, how would you package that and embellish it to make it like a really sweet hostess gift? I mean, I
love cellophane.
Okay.
I like recently, I actually, for the little beeswax owl candle I gave you, I wrap it in tissue and I put it in a cellophane bag and put like a pretty bow around it.
Okay.
Like, you don't have to get too elaborate.
I don't need to really add anything into it. Could I put something else?
You could, but I think it's just perfect as it is. I mean, if you were gifting someone like a bracelet with it, you could put drop a little bracelet in to kind of show that it could be like a little bracelet or jewelry tray.
Love it.
Or just, I mean, I give bowls and plates to people all the time and I'm like, have at it. Put whatever you want in there. It sounds like you guys had a great freaking time.
Never disappoints.
Doesn't seem like it. It seems like you guys really, you don't take advantage of this time and like go party. It's like you guys really go and retreat, do crafts, read books. Jenny Aarons has really been leaning into this dense bean salad. By the way, are you seeing dense bean salads in your when you say dense, do you mean like the
cannellinis, dense beans?
Okay, got
those
it.
kinds of beans.
What bean's not dense?
I don't know. I think that it's a fiber content, and what we're seeing is like cannellinis, garbanzos. There's really no wrong answer. So she made us
red kidney
one
beans.
Of her dense bean salads with parsley and cilantro and shallot and olive oil and lemon and some roasted red peppers.
Balls.
Yes, delicious.
Red wine vinegar, lemon, salt, pepper, red chili flakes. I mean, this sounds a lot like any kind of like a chickpea salad.
Basically,
that's what I mean.
Any salad can be made like this.
And you can eat it with chips or fork.
And that's how we made it. We ate it with chips or we ate it with a fork. It was like however people had it on the side of a turkey sandwich.
I love this.
It was really fun.
You seem restored and relaxed. Welcome home.
Glad to be here.
Glad you're here. Okay, so moving on, before we get to our hot topic, Michelle, we want to say thank you to our sponsor, Let It Be Us. We've been partnering with them now for the past, I think, 2 weeks or so. And we're so fortunate because, our goal in our moment here at the Sister Project is to align ourselves with other businesses or organizations that have missions or brands or products that we closely align with. So just a little bit about Let It Be Us. They believe that every child deserves not only safety, but loving connections to a family and to their siblings or to their culture and community. And they work together with a wide network, recruiting and matching foster and adoptive families so children in Illinois can find a home that truly fits. And after we spoke with the founder a couple weeks back, the biggest takeaway was that if anyone is looking to foster a child or get into giving back or somehow help children that are in need of foster, is to start with Let It Be Us. And so that is really our message today, is that if a listener here is listening and they know that their friend or family is in need of help for a foster child or is looking to foster a child, Let It Be Us is the place you want to start with. And they're going to help really make this experience streamlined. They have so many resources, so many connections to make this just what could be a really hard situation feel really supportive. So for those of you listening, how can you get involved? We've got two really cool ways to share. We've got the toy drive, which we're still working on an exact location. So follow us at the Sister Proj on Instagram and be sure to sign up for our newsletter, because that's where we're going to disclose where the locations and the dates are available that you can drop off toys for children in need. And also the Candy Cottage for a Cause. That is taking place on December 4th. Let me pull up the rest of that. I'm really excited. I'm going to go.
Have you gathered a group for that?
No, I'm working on it. But I'm excited because what's so cool, they're having like a proper pastry chef there to teach you how to build like proper gingerbread. And what I love about any class like that, like whether it's like a cooking class or like you catch something on a show, is the takeaway.
Yep.
Like I might not come home whipping up gingerbread houses.
And you may not come home with like a state-of-the-art winner of the contest.
But I might
now you know.
understand like how to use butter and baking better or how to tweak measurements. Like I just love the little tips that you get from that and bring home with you. So that's on December 4th. It's a Thursday at Butterfield Country Club. So it's super local. It's for an amazing cause. Head to the show notes where you will find all of the links to Let It Be Us as well as Candy Cottage for a Cause. And thank you, Let It Be Us, for teaming up with the Sister Project so that we can help share your message and your mission. Moving right along from a cozy Floridian retreat to, I have a question for you. When you were in Florida, what was this like? Does it get as dark as it does here at 5:30? Or is it different? You guys are an hour ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, what were your sunsets like?
Yeah, the sunset, the last night, the sun set at like 5:44.
I mean, it's still early.
And it was still, it got darker. It wasn't like dark like it is here, and colder quickly. I would say it's not identical to the Midwest,
but you're still a little darker.
You're feeling it, yeah.
Well, the time has come. Cozy season has commenced. We had daylight savings hour or time, whatever that's called. What is it? Daylight
savings time.
Like everyone's like, why are we still doing this? I don't even get what's going on.
I don't
just
either.
Go with the program.
I hear people's like health literally deteriorates. Like there's like cardiovascular changes. It's like doesn't seem like it's a great thing.
But like Luna lost her shit the night of it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, and I'll tell you what, the other thing that's going on is O'Hare is Christmas is here. I mean, we got off the plane and we were like, deck the halls.
Oh yeah. I dropped Luna off at preschool and her teacher had Christmas bow earrings on.
Oh my God. I mean, we're into it. And you're listening to fucking
I'm almost there. I'm not there yet, but I'm just about like a day away from pressing 93.9, the light, the flick it.
Sounds about right.
Switch.
Sounds about right.
Okay, Anthony's taking a sip of this cranberry refresher. I would love your input on it. I think gin, if you want to make it boozy, gin would be really good in there.
That's excellent.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad.
Well, he likes sweet things every once in a while.
Bad.
It reminds me of like a cherry 7-Up, but not as sweet as that,
Not as
though.
sweet.
I agree,
Anthony.
Anthony.
Healthy cherry 7-Up.
I mean healthy.
It's straight sugar,
it's
but
just sugar.
Can't we, like, let's live a little.
Maha.
Hi, Anthony. I gotta hate you.
Uh-oh.
So I wanted to start with a little quote. And this is all about the mindset about this idea of as we move into these months, we have both the holiday season and then late fall, winter season.
My favorite season of all.
And I know that not for everyone. People get real grouchy about it. And seasonal depression is super real. And, there's a lot of adjustment. I mean, literally it gets dark it's like 4:30, the lights start getting dim outside. And then by 5:30, it's freaking dark. So here we go. As the days grow shorter and the light fades earlier, we're reminded that darkness isn't something to resist. It's something to lean into. What if this season was less about doing and more about being?
I'll drink to that.
Thank you. Anthony just rolled his eyes to me.
I know. Anthony does suffer from this.
He does.
The memes about it being like 35 p.m. or whatever.
It's 14 p.m. right now. I love that one. And the one with Gwyneth Paltrow where she like puts her little chapstick on and she's in a robe and she's like, it says now that it's like 5:30 and dark. She's like, okay, well, that's it for me now. I'm off to bed. Thanks for being here.
I relate to that.
And that's the thing. I think that's okay. There's the idea that I'm trying to share and what we have shared here at the Sister Project is that this time of year really is a time to slow down and to retreat a little bit.
Go inward.
Go a little hibernation. Last night, this is coming out about a week after the Beaver full moon. But last night was the Beaver full moon and it is glorious. It's a super moon. It is so big and bright and it's illuminating. And the significance of the Beaver moon, and I'm telling this even though we're past the Beaver moon, because this could be something you kind of kickstart this cozy season with. The Beaver moon significance is that beavers right now are gathering all of their logs and wood and leaves, and they're building their cozy dams, their cozy homes for where they're going to spend their winter.
I just want to be Debbie Downer right now and talk about the massive destruction these motherfuckers
but
do.
But they're so cute and creative and
hardworking.
Smart.
Damn. They're engineers.
Cool.
They're nature's engineer.
It's fascinating.
It's true.
And so that's what this Beaver moon is all about, is that we as humans—
preparation for going inward.
Yes, can be reminded to slow down, declutter the spaces that you need to declutter. We talked about this in last week's podcast. The holidays are coming, which means you're going to be taking in more typically.
So out with the things that you don't need.
Make your edits. Like, what are you donating? What are you giving away? What do you have to discard of? But it's also about like preparing your home for the winter. So I have a couple tips on some of my greatest cozy season hits for our friends and listeners and whiffs who want to lean a little heavier into the cozy season. And I'm going to say this, if you resist leaning into it, you can do that. But if you make just a couple tweaks, if you're kind of like, I fucking hate this time of year, but do a couple of the things we're about to share with you, I want you to call me like in a month and say, I'm curious. I kind of think you might say, wow, that actually did elevate and change a little bit about the season this year.
Colleen, are you listening? Listen closely to what Lauren is going to share, and then you're going to stop sending us hate messages on the back end.
Fair enough. That's true. Colleen, hear me out. Turn the volume up. And also, I want to just say that we have a friend. Her name is Hillary. And Hillary is a reformed hater. She hated the fall winter, and we work very closely with her, so she knows our messaging really well. And she over the years has leaned into it, and now she gets like the warm butterflies and fuzzies when like the leaves change.
She completely shifted her mindset over it, and has embraced it, and now she thrives.
Yep. Okay, so let's dive in. These are some of the things I do in my home right about this time of year to just elevate the cozy. And I was telling Michelle before we started recording, we're at the point now where Luna says to me, like, Mama, can we get cozy on the couch? And I'm like,
you've done your job. You literally don't even need to parent anymore.
No, I'm good.
You're good.
Or let's go home. We'll be at the park. Like yesterday, I take her to the park to go see the leaves and we do bubbles. And then I'm like, okay, do you want to do this or that? She's like, no, I just want to go home and get cozy. Yeah,
who doesn't?
I'm like, I fucking love you.
Who doesn't?
We went on a hunt. We saw the moon. But here's what happened. So now that it's lighter in the morning, at least we've got that going for us. So with daylight savings, it's kind of, if you're waking up by 6:30,
it's light out.
It's coming. Yeah, the sun's out. It's at least it has lifted from the horizon. But at nighttime, this is where it gets tricky. Like 4:30, 5 o'clock, it's getting dark.
Time for bed.
My best hack for cozy season, and I share this with you guys every year, is the Trader Joe's pillar candles. And I have one here. I have a hoard over on
How many
shelf.
do you have?
Probably 15.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, because I get one
You
or
could throw
two.
one of those in a little hostess gift with a little something.
This would be a great hostess gift if you found like a cute, little like dishes, like almost like catch-all dishes.
Mm-hmm.
This would be cute. I mean, again, open flame, be careful. I have a hurricane. You can see it in our wide shot. I usually have this in there. And I have 15 of these because they start getting lit at 5 o'clock, 4:35,
totally.
Every single fucking day.
I do the same thing.
I actually got you a hurricane for your birthday a couple years ago.
Yes, I love it, and I use it.
Yeah, this would be a great candle for it. Mm-hmm. These are $3.99 at Trader Joe's. They are a holiday and seasonal only. So
get them while they're hot.
80 hours of burn time, and they don't drip. I love it because it's such a good candle.
It's true.
I like the yellow of it. A little cultural information,
tidbit,
education. Michelle and I also live the hygge life. If you've seen the word, it's Hygge.
Yep.
It's the Danish art of cozy living. Candle burning is one of the most prominent rituals, if you will, of this lifestyle.
Because lighting and candle vibes
changes everything.
Set a mood that you can't get without the flickering of a flame.
And it also warms up the space. So, and again, it's getting colder, although I'm a little worried about like how not cold it is outside, but I'll keep my climate change worries at bay for the moment.
Let's just embrace the fact that it's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful outside.
It's absolutely beautiful. But this is what you want to do. And you can also do, again, wide shot if possible. We have my candleless, my flameless candles, which those are great too on my little
squirrel soldiers.
Aren't they cute?
Yeah.
World Market last year.
Darling.
But these are also super effective. So whether you do a real flame or a fake flame, any kind of candle lit will change the ambiance of your home. The kids will come home, your partner, or you just come home, and you're going to be like, oh my God, this is a game changer.
I mean, I love the like Charles Dickens vibes I get sitting at my counter with my candle when the sun is going down. And if I've got a book, or I'm like reading a magazine, or maybe I'm just like
scrolling or whatever,
scrolling and chilling. There is like this, like almost like, it gives me like did I experience this in a previous life before electricity was invented? I don't know. Well, it is fantastic.
Maybe you're tapping into some of your ancestors from many, many moons ago who were sitting by their
dipping
herbs.
their pen into their ink jar with their feathered pen.
Love that. The next thing I love doing around this time is to, as much as we're like coming indoors because it's getting colder, but is to actually get back outdoors. So this is where another word comes in, frislutsliv. And that is the idea of open air living, getting outside, getting fresh air, because
there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing kind of an idea.
And there's a lot of stagnant air in your home. With that being said, open your motherfucking windows.
Crack them.
Sleep with them cracked open. Open them in the morning. Get that air out. Push it out, open the door, let some stuff come in and through. The fall walks right now in Chicago are peaking.
Like literally right now, at this very moment.
It is
peaking.
Blasting.
Literally, we're fucking fall.
Oh yeah. Hardcore. Yeah. Hardcore porn over here.
Yep.
Here's the thing that's happening. Here's the thing that's happening. These mild temps have done two things. It has elongated the transition of the leaves. So the leaves have not even all changed. Like this is late in the season for it to be happening. Okay. Also, they haven't fallen yet. So the trees have just these glows of like amber and yellow and reds and, green and yellows. So go outside and go open your eyes and just go for a walk, even if it's around the fucking block. There's something really quaint about walking outside at this time at like 5:30 when people are in their homes and you're seeing people like cook their dinner. It's dark outside. There's just something very homey and Midwestern about it.
Totally. And also just speaking of like the getting outside, and now that it is the fall back, so it's sunnier in the morning again, like there is not a better time than to go get some of that sunlight. We've talked about this before.
In the
first
morning.
thing in the morning. It's not dark out. Take your dog out or go for a walk.
Or just walk outside.
Just take a little 5-minute out there and let that sun hit your face. That's going to help raise the vibes.
Something I've been doing the past couple mornings, Anthony doesn't even realize it because he's sleeping. I've been herkle-dirkling.
Oh,
I've been laying in bed and reading.
What you been reading?
I'm just about done with Slewfoot. It's so fantastic and weird, and I'm kind of like taken aback by how good it is. Okay. But I've been herkle-dirkling, which is a word that basically means to just lay around.
We're basically going around the world.
We're going around the world.
Days.
Yeah, we are. Herkle-dirkling is just kind of laying.
Scottish term.
Yeah, I think it's Scottish, and you're just hanging out in bed when you should be getting up.
Yeah, no.
But I'm waking up at like 6:30, and instead of like rushing out of bed, I will grab my book and I will read it, and I herkle-dirkle. And there's something really cozy about that when the window's cracked open and you're kind of like, it's chilly and you have your wool cozy socks on. Do you sleep with or without socks?
Without.
I'm going to throw a suggestion for you.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something snotty.
No, I'm going to help. This is like some good winter skincare. Using Vaseline or Aquaphor on your heels and putting on a really nice pair of woolen socks.
Listen, bitch, my heels ain't the problem in the winter. Okay.
What is it?
It's the summer when I'm wearing my Birks. And then after a few months, my feet say, throw those Birks to the side.
And
you
then
have
what?
built-in moccasins. And then,
Soles.
and then I do my foot peel.
Wow.
And by December, New Year, it's like I've got
New sole.
baby feet.
So you don't need my tip.
I don't.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
I'm going to do what I'm doing in that department. You know what it is? I get hot. The feet under the blankets gets hot, and I don't like the feeling of being constricted. And I really don't like. Also, again, I think part of the reason I have my issues, we didn't know we were going to go down this path. There's a sensory thing with me.
Oh.
I do not like my wet feet, or
slimy,
sticky feet, slimy. I don't like to have wet and then sand on my feet. I like my feet in dry sand, but wet, and then it's
some sensory issues
with the feet. There's something there.
You know,
I've made it this far.
That's really interesting. Go with it. There. Speaking of like cultural ideas and whatnot. There is something about wearing socks when you sleep that is associated with Chinese medicine. And I know it has to do when you're pregnant. And I don't know if it's about keeping your feet warm because you want to keep the heat up.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that relates to when you're not pregnant, but I will look into that. Okay, now let's talk about the stovetop. What's on it?
Oh,
we've got soups.
Yep.
We've got tons and tons and tons of soups on there. Okay. We also have what's in the oven. Roasted vegetables, roasted root vegetables. Jazz it up with some cloves of garlic. Don't peel them. Peel them after the roasting is done. And get sprigs of thyme, get sprigs of oregano and rosemary and sage, and just get it really, that we're looking for comforting
aromatic.
foods. Yeah.
Yum.
Or like you like to roast your chickens.
I'd like to throw like a pork shoulder in there. You know, like nothing makes my stomach happier and my house smell cozier than like a dry rubbed pork shoulder that's been cooking at a low temp for a few hours, that when you pull that thing out, it's so good you could eat it with your hand and nothing else.
That's what she said.
Or eat it with just about anything.
I love it. I just saved a New York Times article for an old fashioned beef stew, like the one Mom used to make.
Yum.
With chopped up carrots and potato and beef stew meat.
Yep.
And do you remember when she would be like, she would slap some butter on a piece of Wonder Bread, and it was like the best dip of anything in the entire world.
I do.
So I'm going to try to replicate that. Okay. Do you ever make beef stew?
Yeah.
You do?
I feel like I've not gotten I feel like I've not loved the way it's tasted.
Okay.
Like, I've wanted it to be more flavorful. So Anthony said his mom's got a good recipe. I'm going
to share the New York Times one with you as well. That one might do it. Speaking of stovetop, a stovetop simmer is such a great way to warm up your space as well as make your space smell amazing. If it's not your soup or your pork shoulder that's roasting that's stinking the place up, a stovetop simmer is super easy. I have a go-to pot that I use, and I use it for nothing else because it gets kind of grimy because you have spices that are kind of like sticking to the side. But I fill it with water, and sometimes I'll put either cinnamon in, maybe with other ground spices or an essential oil that I love. I've got like some autumn ones, cinnamon sticks, cranberries.
But the thing is there's really no wrong answer. It's like whatever you want. Do you want and what do you have on hand?
Yeah.
You don't really
Slices
need to
of oranges.
Slice what's in your fridge.
Rosemary sprigs.
Nobody really uses the star anise, if you've got some of that.
Pop that. I love that. Yeah, just
drawer.
if you got it sitting there.
Here's this $9.99 bottle of something I used once 7 years ago.
Pop it in there.
Pop it in.
And you put it on the lowest simmer possible. Mm-hmm. And then from there, you just keep an eye on it because, again, it's water flame.
And you let it simmer.
And let it simmer.
And it stinks
so good. Peppermint tea at night. That's been my new favorite thing. It's so cozy. Those are some of my best tips. Michelle,
we kind of shared mine.
We did.
I mean, like hunkering down early, like that's one of my best tips. Like I don't fight it. I'm not like, oh my God. I'm like, I feel tired. The sun's down. Everybody's got what they need. I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to go to bed. And this is the time of year where my bedtime, I'm kind of an early to bed, but it will naturally be at probably an hour earlier.
So I think there's something about like the circadian rhythm. You kind of want to lean
adjust
into
with
it and adjust with it
because we are connected.
Of course we are
to the earth.
And if you don't realize that yet,
the sun.
It's time to get hip to the knowledge.
Come on.
We are part of Mother Nature.
Yes.
We're just why little aliens.
When we go outside and the sun hits our eyes, that's a vitamin D blaster.
Yeah, it's a blaster.
Our body needs because we're connected. It's cyclical.
And one last thing before I forget, because it's super important. It's based on what you just said. You just said what our body needs. Movement, even light stretching, yoga, sit in a chair and stretch your arm, get up and stand from sitting. Just keep your body moving. And if you follow all of the sister projects, tried and true tips, you will have
you're going to be better off.
Cozy as fuck fall, holiday, and winter season. I'm hoping that whiffs out there take our advice, see how it works for them, and calls us up and tells us how their winter went.
We're going to get some calls and it's going to be positive. No hate from these folks.
Okay, speaking of being cozy and like leaning into the cozy side of life and being super Midwestern, we are so excited to share with you our little basket of joy here. And this comes by way of Lizzie Selly, who is our holiday sponsor for this upcoming season. So Lizzie has given us a little box. I'm going to go away from the mic for a moment. Shall we hold this? So Michelle has in her hand, these are some of Lizzie Selly's creations. So what Michelle has there is the bubble wood frame. And I know you have these.
Mia has 3 different prints in this frame above her bed.
They're gorgeous.
Stunning.
I love the frame.
Love the
I'm going to hand these to you. Yeah. You're going to be my Vanna White. Okay.
Love it.
Or Amber, what's her name?
I'm my manicure
who cares?
And my everything.
It's okay. We don't care. Because right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, these are Lizzie's joyful, one-of-a-kind art creations that you, whiffs, can gift to your loved ones this holiday season. Buckle up because they get prettier by the moment. Here's one.
And I'm dead.
I know. So this right here is Lizzie Selly's silver lining hand-painted ornament.
Oh my God.
There are 3 shapes available. This one's the largest that Michelle is holding, and prices range from $48 to $60. These are one-of-a-kind works of art each.
I'm obsessed.
It's stunning. It's hand-painted, and I'm thinking did I already say this, that it's wooden? It's heavy.
Oh, it is heavy. I was wondering.
Yeah, I'm thinking look
like
at the
solid little wood ball.
Yeah, and maybe if you could see, there's a 2 different ribbons. One's velvet, and one's a little bit more like rustic.
I love this.
Each ornament is a symbol of strength and hope born from her daughter Avery's brave journey this past spring. Layers of color and light remind us that even in our darkest moments, joy can shine through. Celebrate the light that connects us all season long. And it's basically what we were just talking about. This is amazing. God. Okay, next up. Okay, fun. So brand new this year, Silver Linings Fine Art Puzzle and Tea. Here's the puzzle.
Yay.
Obsessed. It's a 500-piece puzzle. And this is kind of like Lizzie's signature style, these elements of lines and abstracts. So this is part of her Bravery collection. It's Lizzie's first ever wearable art. So that's the puzzle. But Michelle, here's the wearable art. This tea is available in pink and cream. It's $42. And her first puzzle, the 500 pieces and a blast to complete, is $35. That's adorable.
Love it.
And I love her signature. It goes beautifully with all of her designs. So what is also amazing are her other ornaments. Might be buying this one because I have an ornament exchange coming up this week and I'm kind of obsessed.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is a mood. That's a mood right there. So these are other miniature artworks that double as ornaments, but she also sells them with like little easels. So you could put it, so it's cool. You could put it on your Christmas tree and then you could put it on a shelf somewhere.
It's evergreen.
It's
you
evergreen.
Can keep it up all year round.
Here's another one. This one is like a golden
I'm a sucker
frame.
for like the vintage golden, like filigree-ish frame.
Stunning. They're $45 each.
I feel like we have our own like QVC. This is like QVC.
This is our own home shopping network.
Beautiful.
You guys, welcome to it. This is the Sister Project's home shopping network.
Oh my God.
So moving on, she is also working with other local artists, Jennifer Jane, and she shared a couple of these pieces, and I am just taken aback by, well, let's do the big ones first. I'm going to hand both of these to you. Her work is inspired by background bouquets, vintage jars, wild gardens, and the joy found in simple, familiar scenes. I'm obsessed with this one Michelle's holding. It has like this green frame.
Her name is Jennifer Cup.
Oh, it says Jennifer Jane.
Doesn't it say Jennifer Cup right there on the back? Artist's
Maybe
name.
That's a great, what is that
Jennifer Cup.
Well, Jennifer Jane Cup. Maybe it's a maiden name, but we have a different name here. These are hand-painted artworks in charming scalloped handmade frames in a variety of shapes and sizes ranging from $95 to $135.
So we actually gifted this for Marcy. This was our thank you for staying. When I saw these, I thought, because Marcy
the pink
is the pop of color, the stack of books, because she's an avid reader.
So that same one?
The same one. I'm not sure if the frame was the same.
I'm obsessed.
And Marcy, she loved it. But what's so funny is this particular artist, she's been creating these, but she hasn't put them out to market anywhere. And Lizzie discovered her, however they connected. She was selling them and her pieces sold out like instantly. And the artist texted Lizzie and said, well, that'll teach me to stop hiding the things I make in the bathtub and get them out sooner.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Stop hiding them in the bathroom or something.
I love that.
Yes.
That's beautiful. And then this same artist is also making ornaments. Michelle, have you seen this one? It is so freaking cute. How cute is that?
Oh my God. And what's the price point on this?
That one's 15, I think.
This is darling.
Okay, so thank you, Lizzie, for allowing us to showcase your gorgeous and other artists' gorgeous creations. What's really important, friends, is for you to, well, first of all, LizzieSellyStudio.com is one of the places you can go straight there. Follow Lizzie Selly on Instagram. And also, she's got events coming up. The Red Sled event is on November 15th. That's right at Ogden School.
Yep.
Shop small early, Saturday, November 22nd. That's at the Lizzie Selly Studio. And then holiday shopping on December 6th, again at Lizzie Selly Studio. Follow her on Instagram at Lizzie Selly Studio and sign up for her newsletter, sign up for ours, and you'll get access to all these amazing events and pieces and art. I love her stuff.
I love her stuff. And we feel so lucky that she's in our town. She's just so talented.
I know. It's like our local masterpiece artist. Yeah. And, it's another reminder to shop small this holiday season.
There's so many little nuggets of beauty just right in your doorstep.
And let's do that. Let's make a pact to shop smaller this season. Think about all the small businesses locally or online that you can help support as we all try to make it a beautiful holiday season. Lizzie, thank you for sponsoring our reading, watching, listening to segment. Michelle, when it comes to reading, I'm loving reading just magazines and newspapers. Nothing specific, but I'm back at it. I took time last week to just go through pages, rip things out for myself, for others. I'm dad. I'm basically dad.
You are.
And sometimes I send someone an article and then they respond back to me. They're like, oh, I found this. I'm like, I didn't read it. Yeah. I just knew you'd be interested.
You're dad.
I'm extra dad.
Yep, that's dad. Dad does the same thing.
He's like, I didn't read it.
Like, I have no idea, but I thought that was for you.
So I just have been finding a lot of joy in like smaller reads, quicker reads.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's been great. What about you?
I had a quick read. I picked it up randomly at Marcy's while we were there, but Anthony is the one that referred it to me. It was The War of Art. Which I was just going through like in her room looking at her stack of books. And I was like, wait a second, you read this? So I read it on day 2 of the beach. It was a total power read, super easy read. In a nutshell, The War of Art is a creative kick in the pants. And for anybody that is trying to create something or make something and they're really good at procrastinating or have every excuse in the book why they are delaying this project, this is the read for you. And the book is broken up into 3 parts. The resistance part, which is he talks about how resistance shows up in sneaky ways, in the form of fear or self-doubt or perfectionism or distraction, whatever. Then there's the combating resistance. That's phase 2, where this is my biggest takeaway and my favorite part, where he is sharing and telling the reader to think of their art as their business. And in business, you would not just show up periodically.
I feel like I would hear that, like a business, not just art, but make it a business.
Think about it like a business.
Like you show up.
Like you're not, we're the sister project. We're not going to just do it a couple days a week or once a month whenever we feel like it. If you want to write something or make something or build something, you've got to think of it like a business and nurture it every single day. And that really, really spoke to me because I'm working on a longer term project and I had every excuse excuses. I thought it was a plan, but they were excuses. Yep. They were my version of avoidance.
I know.
And then finally, beyond resistance is the third part where you actually commit to your craft and you invite. He refers to it as inviting inspiration, and that inspiration is what is your muse.
Cool.
It's really good.
Power read. Okay,
Highly
so this is called The War of Art.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, moving on to watching. I watched the new Hand That Rocks the Cradle and don't.
Wow.
I did it for
Do you think I'd like it because you hated it?
Maybe.
Oh, fuck you.
It's true. I really think you probably, I honestly think you'd be like, it was so suspenseful. It was so good.
Who was in it?
I don't remember her name.
No one worth talking about.
No, but the girl's great. The one that's from It Follows.
Micah.
Yeah, she's beautiful. She's a good actress.
And Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yes. The husband, Miguel.
Yep.
They should have killed him off and they didn't.
Just for being a bad actor?
Horrific. How he got the job.
Still trying to figure that out.
I've never seen worse acting, so you might love it.
Maybe he gave a good bandy on the production room.
It was so bad. But I will tell you that we made up for it. Anthony took me to see One Battle After Another.
Oh, how was it?
Fucking awesome.
Okay. Do you think Ryan and I need to see this?
I do. I think it's great. It's super fast paced.
I'm going to make it our next date.
I know. Yeah. Ryan was concerned about the wrong time. I'm like, come on.
No, it goes by so fast. It's 2+ hours. Leonardo DiCaprio, Benicio, and he was great, but Benicio del Toro steals moments of that movie.
Oh, okay. He's amazing.
He's the sensei. He is so freaking brilliant and he's funny and he's always drinking a Modelo before he goes and gets present. And he's just so wildly...
I want to see it.
Yeah, creative and talented. Anthony, who am I missing? What other actor am I missing in that? What was
Sean Penn.
Sean Penn.
Oh,
okay.
Worship him.
He might be nominated.
You might stop worshiping him after you see it.
He might be nominated for. Actually, I think Leo really should. I think all 3 of them because they're so good.
Well, and
Sean
some
Penn,
of the females too.
Yep, the females too, which
daughter.
I liked. I know you really liked the female leads and co-leads. I really enjoyed the male leads of this film. Because
I'm a feminist.
I love it. Thank God. Thank God. We need more of you. But they were great. But Sean Penn, you're going to look at him a little differently after this one.
But hasn't so many of his roles been that like polarizing?
This is one of the most fucked up roles I've ever seen anyone. ever.
Can't wait. We will watch it.
Okay, great. Yeah, 5 stars. Okay, Michelle. Now I know you're dying to tell us about Peter Attia, his videos.
That's what I've been watching.
VO2 Max.
Yes.
Break
we
it
touched
down
on this a little bit at the beginning because we were talking about Apple Watches. But Peter Attia's video about the importance of VO2 Max and how that metric is one of the single most longevity markers we can follow. And many of us have access to this metric via a wearable, like an Apple phone, iPhone, or
Garmin,
Apple Watch, or
like that ring,
Whoop, the Aura.
Yeah.
They all have it. This weekend, I figured out everybody's VO2 Max on the beach except for mine because I don't have a wearable. So that's super annoying. And how
are your friends doing? How are their
They're doing amazing.
Great.
But I think it's important to know what a VO2 max is.
Means?
Yes. So it's short for maximal oxygen uptake. Basically, it measures VO2 max it measures how much oxygen your body can use during exercise. Okay. It affects your muscles, your breathing, your cardiovascular.
Oh.
This is, and the higher your VO2 max, the healthier you are. And according to Peter Attia and these other physicians, this is a great predictor, better predictor than cholesterol, blood pressure.
Wait, this is amazing.
Yeah. So I want you, do you have your phone on you?
No, I don't. I have
Where's your iPhone?
Oh, you want to do this right now?
It'll take 1 second.
Okay.
Can you please go to your heart app, your health app? Let's just see. So it's
We're
different.
Just running on. I'm just thinking time.
Well, we don't need to do it then.
Okay, so here I am. I'm in my.
Go to the right corner on the bottom. It says browse.
Got it.
Okay. So do you see is there a heart option? Okay. Can I see it from here? Okay. So then what we're going to do is you're going to go to cardio. Wait, hang on. It's got to be here. If I can't find it easily, well, everybody has. Oh, here it is. So you have. Can we share it?
Yes, I don't care.
So you have a 30 VO2 max.
Is that okay?
I think it's in the good range. Okay.
Oh, and I needed to get into the great range?
I think 35 is excellent.
Okay, so for a typical woman, 40 to 50s, it's 27 to 35.
Okay.
So I'm right in the middle.
So that's good.
I feel great.
And this is the deal. There's ways, guess what? You can improve your VO2 max.
How?
By like different kinds of fitness training, like getting out there and walking faster for a period of time, doing some HIIT workouts. Like you don't need to like be a marathoner.
And you don't have to spend 3 hours in the gym.
You don't need to spend 3 hours in the gym. If that's something now that you know that this matters.
Yeah, I want to get it up.
What you want to do is pay attention to that metric when you're exercising and do some things to get your blood pumping while you're moving. But that's the metric you want to check more than steps. More than anything.
And every day, does it change based on your...
Yeah, because Kathy came home. She was like, got ripped to 35.8 on that
this is going to be just another thing I'm checking. So it says here, the higher your VO2 max, the more efficiently your heart, lungs, and muscles work together in unison.
Yes.
Meaning you can exercise harder and longer before getting tired. Mm-hmm. Ways to improve it. You just mentioned some of those: consistent aerobic exercises and strength training for overall efficiency.
So now here's the deal though. That might be might not be the most accurate version of your VO2 max.
I'm thinking my watch would be more accurate.
Well, that's where it's getting it. So because I don't have a watch, I don't have a VO2 max.
Got it.
It's reading it from there. But there's a thing called a Cooper test, which is real easy. All you need is a wearable and a track or some area to walk fast or run. And you go for, I think, 12 minutes. And that will give you a more accurate version of what your VO2 max is.
I'm just
the Cooper
obsessed
test.
that you're saying wearable.
Wearable.
It's like my favorite thing you've said.
Whoop. Do you want to hire me? I'm Whoop.
Oh, is that a thing? Do they call it wearables? I'm obsessed.
Wearables.
And what I love about what we do here is that we're not professionals in this, but you are
sharing nuggets that help.
And I was curious who Peter Attia is.
He's a dude who wrote Outlive.
We have the book.
We have the book, but I don't know if everyone knows that. So Dr. Peter Attia is a Canadian-American physician, author, and researcher who specializes in longevity medicine. And you listened to Outlive.
Yes, I said that last year that was my favorite, most influential book of 2024.
Yeah, amazing. Mm-hmm. This is great information because I'm obsessed with my wearable.
And now that you know that you have some metrics in there that are so super like helpful.
Yeah, because yesterday on my fall walk, and it was like a moon ritual walk, I walked fast. This was not like they say you're supposed to walk as if you're in a hurry. If you want to get that heart rate up and that the benefits from your walk, walk as if you're late to be somewhere.
Yeah.
And so that little extra pep in the step.
Like you can still talk.
Yes. You're not like dying,
sucking wind.
Amazing information.
Cool. Okay, I'm so glad that you thought that was cool.
I'm really super intrigued.
I was happy that I was able to pull up your VO2 so you could
because
see
I have my wearable.
Yeah, because you have your wearable, and I know my way around the app now.
The fact that you know how well to use a wearable.
When I tell you,
but you don't have one.
You guys, I have found the VO2 Max on an Aura, an iPhone, an Apple Watch. Because
you're a techie. You are a techie bitch.
I mean, I went around the whole
figure
crew.
shit out. I would be like, don't even bother with me in that. Thank you. It's very interesting. And we are at a moment in our lives where this stuff always matters at any age, but more information.
I think it's empowering.
It is.
I think it's empowering to know that number and also know that you can improve it.
Well, it's kind of like how with my sleep up, I get sleep statuses every morning, and I'm really lucky that I sleep really well and I'm scoring very high. And that is something that I'm really happy about and grateful.
Should be.
Because I know how important sleep is for our well-being and our brain. And again, my wearable is alerting me of this.
You sound like a proper robot.
I love it. But it just feels so, like it's just knowing how your body is functioning so that you could do better or, tweak some things. It's important.
And also if you're like somebody that like struggles with a little health anxiety, like you've been so open about, this is one way to like, when you're having those irrational thoughts, when you're leaning in that, you can be like, hey, I am healthy. I sleep
Michelle,
great.
You are 100%.
I have my VO2 max means that cardiovascularly I am strong.
Well, you bring up a great point because I know I get my beats per minute, and I was like, well, what if my beats per minute are like really like astronomical? So I did big girl things and I Googled what are the healthy, and I looked and I'm like, I'm fine. And I have to do my blood pressure for a doctor's appointment coming up, and I've been putting it off because I've got to do it every day. And actually today on my drive back from bringing Luna to school, I'm like, not only do I have to do this for me, but I actually have to do it for my daughter because I have to show her that it's smart. And that taking good care of yourself is important.
Advocating.
Yes. And to show her, you don't have to be afraid. This is just all a hug. This is just a mess in my head that I'm working on.
You're kind of breaking down those old learned behaviors that 100%. They were counterproductive.
Totally.
Good
Therapy job. And a lot of self-talk.
And wearables.
Oh my God, I love it. All right, we're wrapping up housekeeping, you guys. Join us at First Congo. Cozy Conversations with the Sister Project. We'll be doing a live holiday special at First Congo in Western Springs on December 9th.
Can't wait.
Tickets are in the show notes, or go to First Congregational Church in Western Springs. You can get your tickets there or register there. Michelle, now that we're wrapping up, what was your simple joy of this past week?
Oh my God. Well, it was hanging with the sip and rippers.
Totally.
Effortless with no plans, totally restorative.
Bless.
Boom. Simple pleasure.
I mean, you look like $1 million. You got your tan.
Feel like it.
Good for you.
My blood sugar is just...
It's okay. A little sugar doesn't. And I got a whole bag of trick or treat candy that you can go tap into.
Dive into it.
Because I know you want your chocolate. My simple pleasure, our Aunt Loesch sent Luna the Dr. Seuss Thankful Things. It's thing 1 and thing 2. It's like a thankful book it's actually adorable. And it's a really great book on how to teach a child on how to be thankful or to have gratitude. At the end of each book, it says, what are you thankful for?
I love that.
And every night, last night, it was just Luna and I, and I said, what are you thankful for, Luna? And she said, Mama. And I said, okay. And she goes, wait, I want Dada to come in here and I want him, because we usually go around as a family.
And I'm done.
I know. And so we all go around as a family and say what we're thankful for. The other night I said, what are you thankful for now, Luna? And I also said like, or what makes you feel happy? And she said, the baby. And I said, what baby? And she goes, Uncle Stink, which Candace is my sister-in-law and her nickname is Stink, not for any stinky reason. It's just a funny family name. And Luna calls her Uncle Stink because
I'm dead.
Got a little confused. She said Uncle Stink's baby because she just had a baby. She's grateful for Uncle Stink's baby.
Amazing.
It's really lovely.
Love that.
So with that, gosh, you guys have a lot of homework to do. Check that VO25.
Check that. Get your wearables.
Get your wearable.
Check that metric.
Get your Trader Joe's candle.
Yep. And
get cozy. Oh, and
just stay cozy.
Just stay cozy.
Just stay cozy.